the city needs.
I've also got another question,
Yes.
and it kind of relates to young people. So obviously, due to like, the whole coronavirus situation, a lot of people have missed out on activities such as playing like football, going to like the community centre, going to youth clubs, etc. like that. And personally, speaking for myself, we were meant to have, well, I just turned 20, and in the borough of Camden, if you're considered 19, you're still a young person. So we was meant to plan to go on a residential trip, and since I've obviously gone over the limit as a young person, are we going to be able to get compensated for what we've missed out on?
All right, so that means you can't qualify for those community services.
Yeah.
So if you look so this community center over here,
Yeah.
I used to go and do gymnastics there back in the day. It's a pretty nice setup they got in there, right? The problem with what the mayor did for the past 5 years is he shut down over 100 youth centers.
Yeah.
And there's no money. And I know a lot of people in youth centers here. I've been to Homerton, I've been to Tower Hamlets, I was in Islington a couple days ago. They said the mayor has just pulled the funding from all these things.
Yeah.
So you don't have the opportunities you need. So I put my business hat on, and again, I thought, how can we get the money to these community centers? And I thought of a friend of mine, Jamal Edwards. He created SBTV, you know, the grind channel and stuff. So he was on my show, London Real, about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, look what you've done. Now, he grew up in Acton.
Yeah.
And he had a community center like that one that taught him how to do video and audio production, which is how he created SBTV, which is worth like 10 million pounds. Congrats, Jamal. Right? And so he went back to that community center recently and it was shut down. And he said, how can this be shut down? So he went and called up some corporations and got the money from Google, from the Wellcome Trust. So I'm working with Jamal to do the same thing, but go bigger. So we're going to get Amazon, Uber, Barclays, HSBC to put 100 million pounds into 250 community centers in London. So you have a ton of resources here to where they can offer all these things to you, and maybe even some training, maybe apprenticeships, maybe show you how to create your own business. That's what we need, because again, if you look at issues with crime, I think it's because we're not giving teenagers things to do.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
100%.
And so it's a good question you ask, and it's got to come from corporates. That way you don't have to worry about a politician telling you there's no money left.
Yeah.
We can get 100 million pounds per year from these corporates. That's 400,000 pounds per community center. They can do a lot with that money.
Yeah.
So it would give you a lot more opportunities. It would give our teenagers more opportunities. It would actually drop crime in this place, and it would help people with apprenticeships. I mean, you're probably looking like, okay, what's my career going to look like? What's my future going to look like? Can we train, you know, people? So that's my thought on that. Again, all in the manifesto.
Yeah.
But it's only because I'm in business. That's the way I kind of see this. I don't
Oh
think
yeah, 100%.
the current mayor would never come up with this. The problem with the two-party system is they never really come up with big innovations and these big independent solutions. It's kind of like Elon Musk. Do you follow Elon Musk?
Yeah, I follow Elon
So
Musk.
Tesla, right? Electric car, 10 years ago, everyone said he was crazy.
Yeah.
Ford and GM, they've been selling gasoline cars for what, 150 years. They said, nope, can't be done, he's crazy. So it takes someone like that with an independent voice that puts his own money on the line, and now 10 years later, he's one of the richest guys in the world, and everyone else is doing what? Making electric cars. So it's always got to come from someone different, because these guys, it's business as usual for them. And they're just thinking, you know what, the citizens will vote for you guys or us, and every 4 years we'll switch places. In the meantime, it's just business as usual in the city, and nobody wants that. So, and you're really up to date on topics and stuff, man.
I've got one more question as well. Literally just came up to mind.
All right.